I've been asked time and time again about the truck tour, so so let's start on the inside of the truck. It's basically a normal truck. It's a Mitsubishi L200. It's an older model, but it does what I need it to do. The reason I went for a truck, you know, a lot of people say, how do you manage with the space? It's about being smarter with your space. It's not as ideal as a van, don't get me wrong, but I needed a room for the kids. So, you know, in the back, I got the car seats and stuff. I got the extra seat in. That's what I needed. It's a lot more comfortable than a van. You know, it's the full leather edition, heated seats, cruise control, aircon, even got electric sunroof, which you don't get in a lot of them. This is what they call a diamond edition, so it's got the full work, so it's really nice and comfortable, and it's nice to drive around in work. Yeah, I have sacrificed a bit of space, and it can be a little bit awkward sometimes, but you know, that's the reason I've bought it. Also, because I live in South Wales, the area I live in, winter time usually have a lot of snow, so in a van you can't get around, you know, you slide in, so you're off work. Four-wheel drive, off I go to work. I've put on some Cooper ST Pro tyres as well, so theoretically I should be able to get to work in the snow and get anywhere I like to, you know, any farms that are local, off the beaten track. Just the other day I had to help my friend out and tow him up a green lane because he got his van stuck, so just goes to show I can get anywhere in work really if I need to. But anyway, let's get on with the little tour. Not much to see in here, if I'm honest. We've got the Connection magazine from the NIC, the newest one. I've got the Apple CarPlay set up. You know, that's amazing for work. While I'm on the go, I can take calls. You know, I can, well, do anything I want really. Messages, WhatsApp, my music. You've got your Google Maps or your Apple Maps. So, you know, that's an ideal bit of kit for work. I think whatever vehicle I have in the future, I will be getting that again. Yeah, everything else is just as you would expect in a normal truck. I have wired in here though, this switch, I don't know if you can see. That little switch there, I've put a 12-volt supply in the back in the truck bed with the USBs for charging equipment and things. So I'll show you all that now, so we'll go and see the business end. Right, so here's the business end where all my work goes on, you know, where I carry my tools and things. Took a bit of inspiration off Nick Bundy on here and other videos I've seen of van tours. It's not as neat as that, and like I've had mine about 6 months now, so it is a bit tattered and worn and a bit dusty. You know, you're doing rewires, you're chucking kit in, and the dust gets everywhere. I try and keep on top of it, but don't really have as much time as I'd like. But anyway, let's have a look inside here. So what I did, I built like a frame. As you can see, I've got a drawer system, so right hand drawer, power tools. Obviously I got all my Hilti stuff, which I have. This is just full of drill bits, all sorts and sizes, and then I have this little pouch for like smaller jobs. I just carry this little pouch around. I've got a couple of little hole saws. I've got a 20mm, 25mm, 32mm and 40mm hole saw, and I've got all my wood bits in there. I have a 5.5 masonry bit. Like I said, this is just a handy little thing to grab if I'm just doing a small job. And then this has my longer wood bits, my bigger hole saws, all different bits and bobs. So that's all in there. They're my drill bits. These are my power tools. So I've got my SDS here, I've got impact driver, combi drill, my cut-out tool for the plasterboards, the charger, a big SDS mains. I've got an angle grinder, extension lead and a saw. This isn't all of my kit. I'm currently in the process of a rewire, so a lot of my kit is still on that job, like my turbo and all the other bits and bobs. I divided this up into little sections. This is just bits and bobs. So we've got some gloves there for me and Leighton, my aid for drilling, that goes in there. This is mostly, if I'm honest, PPE. So we got Milwaukee goggles, got a cheap pair of goggles there, dust mask, more gloves again, earplugs. I got my stapler that's just thrown in there for some reason, I don't know why. Don't really have a place for it. And then this little fishing rope thing, cables with a magnet, which in all honesty was a big piece of crap. I tried to use it once and it didn't do what it was supposed to. So anyway, next drawer. All my different bits and bobs, so I've labelled them all up. Metal back boxes, dry line surface, sockets, switches, glands and junction boxes. Got one for fixing, it's just mostly glues and things like that, so not my main fixings. But then I've got these trays, all my Wagos. I've got 2 ways, 3 ways, 5 ways and the 6mm 5 ways as well. I carry all different sizes all year round. £2.99 in B&M, bargain. This one is all bits and bobs. I got RJ45s, different crimp ends. What else have I got in here? F connectors and all sorts, CCTV. And this one is all my ferrules with my crimpers for the ferrules. So trying to keep organised. A little hard when you're busy all the time. And then keep my grommet strip in here. I've got a set of crimps and for the meters, you know, so I can crimp the meters back up. What's in this one? Soldering iron. These are all my earth tags. I got, you know, my bonding clamps. I've got a box down there, and then these have just been thrown in recently, purely because I got nowhere else to fit them. So it's fuse box RCBO there. Ideals, they came free and screw fix or something, and then I've got a couple. I've got Electrician RCBOs and MCBs and Hager. Reason that is I haven't been to the lockup to put them in there, and I haven't got room. And that's Wilex 100 amp main switch for consumer unit. I'll probably use that on the rewire I'm doing now. So that's that. That's how I keep all that organised. So that frees up a lot of space for me. I then have these side pockets here. Where the windows are. So basically what I do is put my hand down here, slide down here. This side's a bit of a junk side, so I've got my socket set down in there and my little tiny step up thing. My dade's in here, bin bag, my dustpan and brush goes in here generally. This is more of a clean inside, so I've got my dustpan and brush in there, my dade in there, bin bags. I have got a socket set in there, and my box razor level here with the stand. Can you see that there? So when I need stuff, I can just pull it all out. So these come out of here like so. It can be a bit of a fiddle, but it's neat, it's out the way, and it's safe. So, you know, and I want a truck, so it's my own fault. I've cut a bit of 4-inch pipe, well it's actually 3-inch pipe. I've cut that. I've just got my longer drill bits in there, like my 500 mils, my 600 mils, and I put my bending spring in it. So that's that out of the way. Other side, window, same setup. Get your hand down in here, open that up, and this is all cables. So I keep all my cables in here. So I generally try and, you know, and my sleeve-ins, I try and keep a drum of each. So I've always got in there 100 metres of 1mm, 100 metres of 1.5, 100 metres of 2.5, 100 metres of 4mm, 100 metres of 2.5, 100 metres of 6. Well, I know you probably think I won't all fit back there. I usually have a tail pack in there as well, and then I've got all my various sleeve-ins, my browns, my blues, and my earths. So, or CPCs, green and yellows. So that's that. So that's the bulk of all of my stuff there. So it's all my power tools, all of my accessories and things I tend to carry around on a day-to-day. Cable, that's mostly cleaning products, so you know, that's what I keep there. To the top part then, so like I said, I built these drawers, I then lidded it, I've rubber matted it to make it a bit more durable, bit of check plate, you know, because you're throwing stuff in, things get broken, so that's just to protect it a bit. My mat of stickers and that, absolutely love this, so I leave that on there. It's a bit of advertising, and then obviously if I want it on a job, just pick it up and take it with me. Built these walls purely because so I could have space down the sides and access it through the windows. Decided to carpet them all, same as I did with these drawers. You know, these are all carpeted, these side pieces are put in all carpeted. it just looks a bit nicer, doesn't it? Feels a bit nicer. So yeah, all sides are carpeted in there. I've got din rail set up here, so I've got all my spares. This is just all blanks. These are blanks, 90% of them. What have we got on all together? Yeah, so I've got a spare fuse box 32 RCBO there, but I've also got another one down in there. But yeah, it's just a mixture. I've got some Electrician MCBs, loads of blanks, a lot of Hager, because my local wholesaler deals in Hager. You know, I just try and keep a bit of variety. I've got some BGs. I've also got the lockup, which I may do a tour of that one day as well. Also got the lockup, so I've got drawers full of these things. So I've always got spares. Back to this side anyway, I put the pipe in again, longer length. I've got my meter drill bits in here, and I keep my super rods in there. They're on the rewire as well, but as a case, I need my rods. Hand in, pull it out, way to go. Pop it back in, it's out the way, they're not bouncing around the back of the truck. Top of the load bed is just chucking stuff on, so consumer unit will go on here, whatever kit I'm using for the day. Obviously I've got my tool bag here, my wee wrap, which is still going strong. Plaster, I did drop some plaster on it the other day, which I am not very happy about, but that is what it is. Hilti Hoover, the battery version, that's on here. My cable spool is right at the back. Don't use it that often, but it's there if I need it. And yes, if you're asking, can I reach all that? Yes, I can. What I've got to do is stand on the tow bar, like so, put my foot up, and I'm in here. Do you know what I mean? This is my fixings. So I open, you know, this is just thrown on top again. This carries basically the fixings I use on a day-to-day. So I've got plasterboards, plasterboard screws, I've got red plugs, 1.5" screws. I've got different clips, 6 mils, 2.5s, 1.5s, metals, rounds, grommets. Top of here, I've got my penny washers. These damn things, screws full of conduit boxes. I've got inch screws, cable ties, metal cable ties. So that is not everything, but it's most of the things I use every day. So that comes with me on most jobs. That just slides into the back. Like I said, it's not perfect. It's not as neat as like some people's, like Nick Bundy's and others like that. But it does the job. It serves a purpose. It's functional for me. It's what works for me. Testing equipment all in there. I put a little hook, if you can see, that stops it sliding around and bouncing around. Got my metrol in there. I've got my pat tester in there. All my leads, my Wanda lead. Got my labeler on there. It's all in one place. All my jump leads, my Q-Tex, everything's in there. Even a few stickers and stuff. That's all there. On this side, I've got my silicone holder. This is usually full, but like I said, a lot of my kit's on the rewire at the minute, all my bigger stuff. Yeah, so I generally try and keep one fire seal, one white silicone and one clear silicone, and then I got my gun. I can't do it with a silicone in here because I don't have the height. That's one disadvantage, but it is what it is. Big wipes, I do have tubs of big wipes. They're on the rewire as well, but you know, that's where they go. Yeah, so that's that. Let's go to the charging station. Like I mentioned to you earlier, I've taken a feed from the front of the cab on that switch. So I turn the switch on and all this charges. It even tells me what the battery's running at, which I like. This is my head torch light, that's in there. I've got a 12 volt supply for this Hilti charger because this I bought the Hilti 12 volt charger, so it will charge all of my kit on the move, like so. I charge my little Bluetooth speaker because what I bought, a little USB splitter, so that goes in here. I can then charge my uni light. This hooks up, that's charging on the move. My Bluetooth speaker's charging on the move. This is charging on the move. My head torch is charging on the move. Everything's charging on the move. Yeah, it may look a little bit gay with these lights around here. Basically, that light don't work. None of this is wired to the truck. Don't know how to get that to work. This was the easiest solution. USB supply off there. 10 quid. And I can even pick the colour depending on what mood I'm in. Just so I had some sort of light if I was working in the dark. because I didn't have any. But yeah, that's kind of how I work it out. You know, it's not ideal. Some people will be like, oh my god, you'll never get any kit in there, blah blah blah. Like I said, I've got my hand tools in there, my testing equipment, I've got a hoover, my spooler, all my fixings, I've got silicone sealants, I've got my lights, I've got wet wipes, well, big wipes. I can charge all my kit. I've got spare MCBs, I've got my long drill bits, I've got my medium drill bits. I can carry all the cable I need. I've got, in there, I've got my laser with my pole. I've even got the big Makita bag, so I can chuck all my kit in there and carry it. That's down in there somewhere. Don't know if you can see it. Just through there, it's just starting to rain. But yeah, that's in there. With these drawers, these aren't even full. I've got all my power tools there. Well, not all of them. Some of them on the job, but 90% of my 80% of my power tools are here. And then all the different things. And as long as you stay in order, you can make it work. People are like, oh, you know, how do you make that work? Well, you've got to think about things, you know, and steal ideas off people like Bundy. But yeah, I got put the roof bars on and get my tall ladders can go on there. My small ladders can fit in the back. So tall ones on there, small ones. And what I didn't show you as well is where's my keys. If you're doing a trunking job and you don't want to tie it to the roof and get it all wet, press this magic button down by here. That window goes down. So, trunk in, I'll just slot straight through that gap. So there we go. Sorry, my impo's just running out and Dad just beat the horn. Yeah, well I didn't mean to, but I did. Because I got fat arms. But yeah, that's it. You know, pretty simple, straightforward. It worked for me. I'm doing this video, but eventually I will be retiring the truck and getting a little van. But you know, for now, it's doing the job. It's doing everything I needed to do, and get all my kit in there. You know, I don't see the problem. It's amazing. Best thing I ever done. And I do owe a lot of inspiration to Nick Bundy, and I keep saying that because I stole a lot of ideas off him. But yeah, it's good, really good. So that is the truck tour. And people want to know how I can manage to fit it all in. Well, that's how. Drawer system for all my tools. I've got a loading bay at the top for anything else, any equipment I buy now. If I buy a consumer unit, or if I buy, you know, some big light fittings, they all go on the top. Everything's kind of racked out. Everything's got its place. Nothing is out of, you know, out of the place it needs to be. I make sure religiously that I put everything back once I finish with it, and that's that. You never lose anything. You know where it all is. It's efficient on jobs, and you know, well, I don't know what to say. It's efficient on jobs. You're saving time. You're saving space. You know, it's just a better thing. So anyway, I digress. I'm waffling on because I don't know what to say. But that's the van tour. That's how how I manage with my truck tour, I should say. I didn't show you either. I've upgraded everything to LED just because I'm a bit of a tart. I do like the truck. It does need a good clean, I will say that. I should have probably cleaned it before I'd done this video, but I'm sat in the house with the kids on a rainy day and I just thought I'd get it in because I have had a few messages of people asking me, how do you get all your, you know, I want a truck for work, or I used to have a truck and I couldn't manage with all the tools and stuff, and it was no good to me, and blah blah blah. How do you manage to get all your tools in there as an electrician? Well, that's how. You know, it's not perfect. It's a bit messy on times. It's a bit crammed. Sometimes you stick your arm down the side of there, and you're thinking, Jesus Christ, why don't I get a van? But I love my truck. Like I said, if it snows now come winter, I can get to work. Other electricians won't be able to. I'll be mopping up. But yeah, you know, it's functional and it's a family vehicle at the same time. I don't generally take all the kit out of here when I go out for the day with the kids, but if I do, I've got more room in the boot as well, massive boot. But there we are, that's the tractor, that's the beast, the Olaf as we call it. I don't know if you noticed, but I've got a little Olaf on there. Isn't it Incredible Hulk? Because there's a joke between me and the missus, she always calls me Olaf, but I used to look like the Incredible Hulk, now I look like Olaf, I've got stick arms, hence the number plate, L200 Olaf. But yeah, she calls me Olaf, so it's kind of stuck. So now the truck's called Olaf. But yeah, anyway, any questions, fire them over. Please hit that subscribe button, help the channel grow. I know I'm not very good at this, and my head sucks a bit, but I'll get there one day. I need the channel to grow to make sure it's worthwhile doing. If it is worthwhile doing, I'll invest in some tidy equipment rather than just me and a GoPro with all this bloody movement noise, handling noise. But it will get better if I can see the interest. You know, I'm only on 89 subscribers. I'm not going to spend £2,000 on a camera if no one's watching. So yeah, that's it really. Truck tour. If you like what you see, give it a like, thumbs up, and please subscribe. I'd like to thank you all for watching anyway, seeing me waffle on trying to figure out what to say. But if you could like and subscribe and share, hit that subscribe button, it would really help the channel grow. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Ta-da.